Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to be with you back today after yesterday's tobacco. This is Stephen Tyrone Cuff reporting to you for another live broadcast. It's surely a pleasure to be with all of my family and friends. And I just want to say that I want to apologize to everyone, although it wasn't my fault. YouTube was down where I'm located. Now, it may not have been like that all over the world, but where I'm located in this part of the United States, it was down during the time I did my broadcast. And that has happened before. And that would happen from time to time because you got to remember, we are all evolving technology wise. You know, all kind of technology can cause little glitches and things can happen. So if I miss a broadcast because I can't do a broadcast, you know, I could have done one on my Zoom link, but then my family can't always somehow, I don't know why, but they can't seem to log into my Zoom when I give them the link, but everybody else can. I don't know why that's the case. But anyway, I want to first and foremost thank my dear, the very first person that's on our chat today, and that's my wonderful, wonderful, lovely wife, Merlene. She's the most wonderful person in the world, folks. And I tell you, she's just, woo. I didn't want to get tearful because she's of that wonderful family that I'm a part of, that we're a part of. I want to also thank our two little ones that I found that's watching me right now by our one of our family members' pool and right in their backyard, nice pool. They're watching me right now, Kaylin and Caitlin, and believe me, I love you so much. All the family and friends that's sitting around them watching me got to know that this brother loves you also. Okay? Now, I'm so glad this thing is working today because I was really worried. The minute I was going to launch it, I said, I can only see myself, but nobody else could see me. I can tell because it when it launches, it sends me when I press start, there's a little blue thing say you are live on the top comes up, but it didn't come up yesterday, so I knew it wasn't live. And it said off the top, on the top corner, off air. So I knew it wasn't working. So, but anyway, thank you so much all for everyone that's here. Now, everyone that's here that may be in my chat area, and I'll see here, we just got a few people here today. Of course, thank you all for being here. One of the persons on my team, LaShonda Williams, she's on my team along with my sister and a few other people. Looks like Shohag is here. TBC Sharaf Khan, thank you so much. These are some Musa, thank you so much. Gabriel, thank you so much. There's just a few people here along with Marlene here. That's here. Thank you so much for being here today. Now, folks, you know my tradition. You know what I normally do. We go straight to the blog, and then we talk about the topic of the day. And the topic of the day is what we talked about in our broadcasting meeting, which went splendid today. We had TBC administration there in the chat area that was giving us instructions. Excuse me. We talked about people that's really doing well in the Billion Coin right now, you know. So I'm going to go over some stuff in the blog, and I'm going to pretty much stay there today, okay? And I'm going to be talking to you about something as I'm showing you the blog that admin really wants us to focus in on, okay? All right. So let's see if we can do a screen share here. Looks like everything's working so far. Okay, here we go. This is our TBC blog, and where can we find the blog? We can find the blog at blog.thebillioncoin.info. That's blog.thebillioncoin.info. Now, this was our Sinbun meeting day, of course, and these are all of our Sinbun hosts, mostly men, and I think Tara, I think she's the only female Sinbun host of Hindi in India. Mr. Pratam Kumar, These two people here, Tom Kamar and Tara, they represent the in India. Okay, this young guy right here, he's our newest one right here. He's in Indonesia. So we have several people that's representing in all kinds of languages all over the world, and more is coming, folks. More is coming. So thank you all, Sinbun hosts, for the fine work that you do. Okay, they went over this in a Sinbun meeting. Okay, all right. We had there's a Bitcoin bounty contest that's going on, where the first person, Mr. Victor, I don't try to some of these African names I cannot pronounce. I don't want to try because I don't want to mess it up, so I don't even want to try, okay? But I understand the last name Victor, because guess what? Victor, his last name is actually one of my natural brothers that lives in Houston, Texas. His first name is Victor. So Victor is very easy to remember for me because that's my brother's name. That's one of my older brother's name, first name. Well, this was his 5th time winning. So obviously he's got a secret and is working. Okay. Last week's winner was second place, Mr. Reese Ling. He was second place. No, Ace Fletcher from the Philippines. He's just rolling right along. Okay. That young brother can roll. I'm telling you, he's good. He's great. Okay. Mr. Victor from Nigeria was winning this week's Bitcoin contest for the 5th time, winning first place with an impressive 92 paid signups this week. He received 200 grains of Bitcoin. That's over $500, folks, right now, during the live broadcast of the English Sinbun meeting. Congratulations to Reese Ling from Uganda. And Uganda is really picking it up, folks. And Ghana is too, by the way. Mr. John was telling me how Ghana is picking up as well. With 81 signups last week, he will receive 100 grains of gold. Okay, that's a little over $200 and US dollars right now during the live broadcast in English Sinbun meeting for the second place. And congratulations to Ace Fletcher from the Philippines, had 66. Now, mind you, last week Ace Fletcher had 83, and I hear practically all of them were merchants. Okay, he's really big in bringing on merchants as well as regular Filipinos. Okay, with 66 paid signups this week, 50 grains of gold. That's a little over $100 in US dollars. Now, mind you, in every particular place, I can speak of the Philippines because my loved one happens to be from the Philippines. That 50 grains of gold, which is a little over $100, is a lot of money in pesos and their currency, their fiat currency. Okay. All right. And especially got third place, but he's been in the top 3 for the last 4 or 5 times himself. We will show the whole TBC community the live transfer of Bitcoin during the Bitcoin wallet. They will provide us using their Bitriff website before and after. Okay, they did all this during the Sinbun meeting. Okay, and it just shows, and I can just expand this a little bit so maybe you can see it a little better. Overall, Nigeria was first, and in terms of overall, this is overall signups. Okay, this is not any particular person. This is by country. Philippines was in 4th place. See, Philippines is rolling with Noli and his group, and Ace Fletcher and other TBCNs in Philippines. They always tend to be in the top 3 or 4. And Uganda is doing very well. Okay, Ivory Coast is doing well. Okay, I think that the leader right now in South Africa, from what I'm saying, is Marianne Murphy. Used to be my moderator when I first started doing broadcasts. I got to find out from her and her son James what they're doing, because that they can even help me. See, although I may be a leader to some extent in the community, I need help with find out what they're doing. Now, I do know one thing they're doing. They're using brochures. Brochures, because I know that MB Derrick is using brochures. Okay. All right. This is MB country right here, Cameron. All right. All right. Well, these are, like I said, okay, we got to get United States. I got to get with Randy. We got to talk about a plan. We can't let the world outdo us here. Now, we do have a lot of regulatory things going on with us here in the U.S. And I don't want to use that as an excuse, but it's fact. And I think a lot of you all know that, being the big country that we are, and so they are really afraid that cryptocurrency, which is really small compared to the U.S. dollar and other fiat currencies around the world, they really feel like cryptocurrency, meaning Bitcoin, for example, is really going to frighten their fiat, their paper money. And they just got a lot of regulatory things going on with the SEC and the powers that be, just opening their arms to Bitcoin like some of the other countries are. They don't realize they're gonna fall behind if they don't get with the this is the bandwagon you need to jump on. Man, like Randy said in his broadcast, eventually you're gonna start hearing about TBC being, this private cryptocurrency, this private community in the media, on the radio. You're gonna start seeing it on TV. As our population continues to grow and grow and grow, you're gonna see these things all over the world, all over the world. See, Bitcoin is really widespread talking about it in other countries, more than it is in the US. See, the powers that be likes to have control, but they can't control something that's operated by the internet, and a very powerful internet called the blockchain. They can't control that. They can't control the internet. And see, that's how cryptocurrencies, digital currency, is made. It scares them to death. We do have the United States here. We're not in last place, but we're in 20th place. Okay? All right, with 5 overall. Okay? Oh, no, actually, let me see. Hold on a minute. With 9 overall. Okay. All right, folks. All right, that's enough. Let's just keep going here. I just want to read this part to show you how the progress has been going. We have analyzed the results of Bitcoin contests and have found that the TBC members in Nigeria led the whole TBC community in growth with 89 contestants and 347 page signups last week. 35 countries had 382 contestants last week out of the full-timer database, which has 2,101 members in it. And these are, I'm not going to call out all these countries here, but these are the ones who were strong contenders with double-digit numbers. And thanks for all that maybe had just single-digit numbers. Okay? It just showed you have to check off, you got to be a part-time or full-time. You need to check off full-time you want to participate in this. And you also, if you're on the yearly 10-year per year, which is going to end for everyone that's on that now, you have to switch over to the 8 grains of gold, which is about $22, $23 a month in order to get involved in this. Okay. All right. And this is just a picture of people, showing they're getting paid Bitcoin here. And this is also the first thing you see when you actually go into your dashboard in your Crinkle Cash back office. Okay. Now, I want to make a statement right now that I asked during our broadcasters meeting from our admin, and both MB and I talked with admin about that, and that is, it's the last redemption period going to be in November. And what admin said to us, it is very likely if our automation can kick in, because automation, costs money, because automation is technology sound. It's about technology. So if they can get their technology going on their end, Then after November, we'll go into getting just Kringles straight to our wallet. You know, as we bring people in, they'll go straight to our wallet. We won't have to wait till a redemption period. That's what I'm thinking. But he said he or she said that in the chat that we're not actually saying. So I will make a correction right now, folks. As you heard me say in previous broadcasts, it may not be the end of redemption per se. It could be, but they want to look towards automation, so we won't have to have a redemption period. So they said they want us now. The redemption period is over because it ended on the 31st of May. We're in June now. He said we got to be focused on from now to November and really building and using this Bitcoin contest as a way to building our community. And like I said before, folks, yes, people are making Bitcoin by being in competition in this Bitcoin contest. But the whole idea is that we're building our community. That's the main thing with people and merchants. They're both coming into this equation. Okay? All right. They had a successful month in May. So the next redemption will be in November 1st. Okay? All right. Wow, one TBC coin worth now it went up because gold, the price of grain of gold went up. Now it had went down was 8.5, 8.6. Now it's $8.8 million. One TBC coin is $8,891,613.40. And it says $8 million is a massive amount of money. Yes, it is. It said, if you have not completed your transaction yet, now's the time to get it done so you can collect these awards. Okay? But it's all, like I said, it's already, it's another thing. They said any new people, they don't have it is hard for them to really get involved in doing transactions because they don't have that much TBC. It's hard because you're doing a transaction with a new person paying 40 grains of gold. Well, if you don't have enough, you don't have that much TBC in your wallet, you can't do the transaction. Okay, the 40 grains of gold is like $100, folks. Okay, US dollars. All right, and this just showing the schedule and our growth starting from here, May 7th. Okay, it looks like we're doing good right now. We're moving. I'm not saying we're moving fast, but we're moving a little steady right now. Okay, probably more steady than we have moved in a long time, folks, to be honest. It said here we had, oh my goodness. Well, let me see. Yeah, we really were rolling. It said we had 1,510 paid signups last week during the Bitcoin contest period. And that's a 50% increase over the week before with 1,003 paid signups. We're on track with the growth curve projection in the image above. The next checkpoint would be in 3 weeks on June 27. We should have about 3,815 more new members by then actively participating 8 grains of gold admin fee monthly. Right now, everything is right on schedule. See, I often said a little bit of people can add up to a lot if it keeps growing. And see how this is growing right here, this column right here? This is members, okay? See, we got it right here, and by the end of March, we want to be at 1 billion members in March of next year. With and get this, with 50 million merchants. Merchants are growing. Merchants are growing, folks. Okay? Now, I can't say a lot of merchants are growing here in the United States. like I said before, we got to be real careful getting merchants involved here in the U.S. We got to go small. We got to recruit small, very small mom and pop type stores. We can't go out because we got a lot of chain stores, a lot of big conglomerate, big time stores here in the United States. So we got to, it's different. See, the United States is much different, and in bigger countries like us, we are different from smaller countries. So we gotta be careful. People like Randy, myself, because as you know, they had SEC breathing down some of our throats last year. My previous person I signed up with, Kringle Cash, she's no longer in TBC right now. And that person was really made a lot of money in TBC. She was torn apart mentally, to some degree mentally about our TBC. I hope that she comes back, because she was a great leader. And the two people, there were two women that got me in, main person that got me involved, she's not in it no more. And the person that got me involved in that I signed up with the Kringle Cash back in April 2017, she's not even there anymore. So all I can say, folks, it's sad. I pray that I don't ever have any problems with SEC or any powers that be like that. I've talked with Randy Wilson about it. I've talked to people, other leaders in our country, and he said we got to be mindful. We got to protect ourselves. We got to be careful. So, with me having, as y'all know, a very elderly mother here, I have to make sure. I have to be careful. Bringing people to TBC, I got to make sure they're legit. And if I'm making any money, I have to pay taxes on that money here in the United States. You guys got to be careful, folks. Now, if it's Bitcoin, that's not taxable income. That hasn't been labeled as taxable income in our country yet. They're trying their best to tax it, but they can't tax something that's internet, made by internet. It never was meant to be taxed. That's why they can't make any money off it. That's the problem. They can make money just like I can make Bitcoin. But the problem is they just don't get it, folks. The powers that be just don't get it. They haven't gotten it here as a mainstream yet here in the United States. They're gonna snooze, like admins always say, you snooze, you lose. If they need to get on the background, like some of my TBC brothers and sisters in Australia. I look at my brother Darren. It's in another online business that we had, me and Merlin's involved in. And he said they could pay their taxes with Bitcoin and another altcoin. They can buy gas with it for their cars. I mean, it's just crazy how they're using Bitcoin there. And the same thing's about to happen in New Zealand and a few other countries. See, they're not allowing their government to tell them to have complete control over them. But as I said before, some of those countries are not large as people like Russia and like us and a few other larger countries. You got to be real careful. That's all I can say. I can't have anybody breathing on my neck, folks. I just can't do it when I'm on the verge of something, some great things for Merlene and myself. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so folks, now this is the thing that I want to talk, just very shortly, really want to say to you about this. Okay. Now let me come at this a minute, and this is going to be very short because this is something that admin want us to do. Okay. Let me stop this screen sharing for us. Okay. All right. Now, you know how myself, people like Noli, people like Randy, people like Christina, Victoria Flores, I'm thinking about other people that have brought a lot of people in TBC in the past, and some may be bringing in now. Okay. Now, I didn't go over it, but the reason I didn't go over, I spent some time on that particular blog post. I didn't go over other blog posts. I'm not going to do that today. It's not really that many more today anyway, other than I was up there from the day before yesterday, and a few others. And Christina made the blog post. I think I made that point the other day. But listen to this. Admin wants us when we bringing people on, people, this is the message out to people that have never been a part of the TBC, that maybe want to become a part. Please partner with people some of our leaders like myself, like Randy, Christina, who else? Musa. Musa is right here in the United States in Maryland. Mufa is in Cameron. People like that. Partner with leaders like Simone, like I see here on the chat area. Mr. Gabriel. Find people that you partner with. Partner with people that you have seen. Now, I know people have seen me because no one has done more broadcasts than me in TBC. I can claim that #1 title by myself, but that's the only thing I'm claiming. Okay? So I'm saying to people that may see me out there, I'm not necessarily talking about everybody in the chat, I'm talking about people that may see this broadcast. If you want somebody that really leads you and can answer practically any question you ask in TBC, I'm one of them. I'm just being honest with you. Because I can't think of too many people that probably go over the blog like I do. Because I have the one thing that most people don't have. Because most of you all out there are what you call employers. See? And I talked about that employer mindset the other day on my broadcast. But I have time. So I don't have the time for everybody. I may can schedule a time for you to probably help you get you started and point you in the right direction. But when know this, I'm the kind of person, if I give you something to do, if I say, go read this on the blog and get back with you once you're done, or set up your Cream Cash back office and fill out your profile. If I give you a time period to get that done, that is my expectation. And I don't mean to be hard on anyone. But if you get used to doing something in a timely fashion, it becomes second nature. It can happen so fast and you'll be on your way. You see? Not everybody on my team is like me. They don't do broadcasts. They don't ask for any help. They don't do this. They may not do that. But that's them. I'm not criticizing them. That's their choice. But if you want to be like the people on that right now, folks, the people on that Bitcoin contest, I think Christina, I think it's up to, I think I saw on her, I think she was saying that she was making what, 4,000, maybe it's 5,000 now in residual income. Now that's not one time, that's monthly because she's brought people into TBC. See, this is the thing that a lot of you don't understand about the Bitcoin contest. This is the part a lot of people are missing. You think because the person gets first, second, and third, what about all these other people who's bringing people on that list? They're getting 4 grains of gold, which is, it seems like a little bit of Bitcoin, doesn't it? $11. But if you bring in a lot of people in, 11, 12, 30, 40, whatever. And I think Mary Ann Murphy brought in 57 this past week. But what about the ones she brought in before, last week or the week before? See, it just adds up each week. And for you know it, you're making 2, 3, 4, 5,000 per month. Folks, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Maybe you haven't checked, but that's life-changing income for some people. And surely over my loved one's country of the Philippines. $3,000, $4,000 per month over there is a lot. a lot of pesos, folks. And I think it's a lot of naira over in Nigeria. I don't know what all the names of all the currencies in all the countries. I'm sure it's a lot of money over in Bangladesh. Told y'all last week in a live broadcast, Ace Fletcher, he's making even more now. He was making 4,000 per month last week. He's got to be like about 5,000 to 6,000 now because he's bought in. He was third place this week. So he's just building his with passive residual income. Now, if you don't understand that, if anybody on my team don't understand what's going on, they need to contact me. Need to contact me. Because right now, like I told you before, they never had this thing in TBC. Well, folks, what I'm saying to you is this. Admin says, let people know where if you're in your broadcast, talk about them partnering with you. See, admin wants you to partner with people that's leaders that knows what TBC is. It's not too many TBCNs that's a student of cryptocurrency that studies this thing, been studying this thing since the first week of December when I found out about TBC. When I started studying, I first heard about Bitcoin back in 2011. I wish I was like Jeff Berwick and invested in when it was $3 a coin back then. I'd be a multi-millionaire by now. If I had, get this, folks, look at it, listen to this number. If I had invested, this is Bitcoin I'm talking about. If I had just invested in Bitcoin, $3 a coin, and I bought $1,000 of it, I would have a cool $6-point-something million today. In 2013, when Ethereum came on board, if I had bought maybe $100 of that, I would have had at least $1-point-something million of that. You know where I got that from? Listen to, and it's true if you do the math, is at the end of most of the narrators talking after Jeff Berwick does his recorded videos. You hear this woman talking. I was one of those ones. It happened to me twice already. When internet came out in the early 1990s, I didn't invest in it. I heard about it, and people was calling it a scam and all those things. Then this cryptocurrency came out when we had in 2000. When 2008 when the market crash and everything, the housing, everything just went down worldwide. Bitcoin came out 2009. It's 10 years old now. Remember, TBC is only 3.5 years old. I mean, three. I won't say 3.5, but 3-point-something years old. We won't be 4 years old till next March 21st of 2020. Admin wants us to be at 1 billion members around that time, based on that chart that I showed you earlier. There's some big things coming, folks. Y'all just seeing the beginning of it. But like Randy so eloquently said in his broadcast, he said, "Are you ready for it? Are you really ready for this?" Then once that he read, somebody in his chat said, he said the problem with it, and it's reminded some things that I've said and Randy have said. Some people don't have the right mindset. When he read that, said that guy said that in his chat, I said, "Oh boy, that's the thing that I talk about a lot." Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of TBC members don't have the right, and if people see what people are doing, it's happening each week and it's heating up. So all I can say to you is this: people like that's in this chat area that's doing so well, people that's doing so well, they have to like Christina. The reason I'm talking about Christina, because Christina has really been working hard this past 3 weeks, and you've seen her on the blog, and she can tell you this thing is real. People like Simone can tell you this thing is real, So all I'm just telling you is this. Reach out to people that I've named, some people in this chat area. If you got to see this, if you just don't feel comfortable with partnering with me, fine, that's okay. I've had people sign up with me, even that I don't even talk to, because I've checked my genealogy tree and I see they sign up. Now, have they reached out for any leadership? No, they haven't. I don't know why people do these things. They sign up for something and just sign up for it. But if you want to be educated properly, if you want to make income in TBC, then you need to really, I just say you need to talk to yours truly, or some people like Christina Simone, or Mr. Sharif Khan over there, Mr. Gabriel. You need to talk to these people, Mr. Shohad. These are people. Some of these people are from the Bangladesh community. Mr. Simone, I mentioned, y'all may have forgotten, but he was one of the winners of the cruise contest. Although they couldn't go on that cruise at that time, but I can put it to you this way: they got the equivalent in Bitcoin. I tell you that. So all I can tell you is this, folks: partner with the leaders. Some of the people you see in the Bitcoin contest. Go to and let me do this so y'all know where to find it. And see, there's people on this chat area, they know where to find it, but some people that's new may not know where to find the contest. So let me do one quick thing. Let me share my screen one time again. Oh, let me see something. Hold on a minute. Let me share my screen again for y'all a minute. I'm gonna log into my Kringle Cash back office. Go where it says contest right here, and then contest results. And I'm just show you what it looks like right now, currently. Right now, Mr. Ace Fletcher is in first place. Philippines with 11 paid signups. Then Kringle Society, I've seen that name a lot, from Uganda. And Bay Derek is in third place. He signed up too. And Kringle Society got 5. See, Mr. Ring Ling, he's right there with 2 already. And I'm gonna show you what it looked like last week, this past week. There it is, Mr. Victor, Ringsling, and Ace Fletcher, 92, 81, and 66. Marion Murphy was right there with them in fourth place with 57. Look at this. So all I gotta say, these are a lot of our leaders that can show you how they're bringing people into TBC. You can find a lot of these people have Facebook pages. You probably just need to get their names and look for them and message them. Okay? All right? I'm available, folks. I know my name is not there yet, but eventually I'm sure we'll be there. But I'm just put it this way. All right, okay, folks? All right. All right, folks. Now let me come out of this so I can get ready to end this thing, because I know we're over our time, and I apologize for that. All right. So, like I said before, admin wants us to tell you all, if you got people out there that's interested in being a part of our organization, you need to look for people that you may not know them, but it's better if you know, like, and trust someone. Well, the world knows who I am. Okay, y'all know who I am. No one cannot say they don't know who Stephen Tyrone Cuffey is in TBC. They just can't say that when I'm practically on the blog on every day. Now, I won't be there, probably not there yesterday, because I didn't have a blog yesterday. I mean, I didn't have a video because of YouTube. But chances are this will be on the blog tomorrow. I'm on the blog on a daily basis, folks. And I'm not there. Admin is not putting myself in Mbae and people like you see on there all the time, people in the Bangladesh community and different people around the world. You're not going to appear on a blog like they're noting the people in the Philippines. You're not going to appear on a blog on a daily basis if admin don't see you as an important factor in the TBC community. It's just not going to happen, folks. Okay? Abin and I agree on a lot of things. Okay? All right, folks. I'm pretty much done for today. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully with no technical problems. Okay? See you all tomorrow at that same time that I started today at my regular time at 3 p.m. on my time. And you just got to adjust your time zone accordingly. You can always find out how to adjust your time zone with 3 p.m. by Googling it. They got time zone conversion tables. They can do it for you. Okay? All right, folks. Thank you all, everybody. Thank you, my loved one, Merlene, for always being supporting me, sweetheart. Thank you for Kayla and Caitlin that's watching from the pool in Florida, watching along with family and friends. Thank you, all of you all, for watching me. Love you all. Thank you so much for everybody here in the chat that's here with me today. Thank you so much for always supporting me like you do. You know, you probably notice one thing about me. It's very easy me doing broadcasts. I've done so many of them, folks. This is 428 broadcasts I've done. I think the next person has done broadcasts, I think is Mr. Out of New Zealand, Darren Haywood. You know, he's in the 300s. Okay, I think Marianne Murphy and her son, James, they're over 200. Randy's over 200. See, some people over 200. I know Musa and all them. It's a lot of people have done a lot of, and Musa have done a lot of broadcasts. So all I got to say is, folks, be an active TBCN. Join us in this crusade so we can build this thing to 1 million people. And don't ever forget it. While we're building, remember our mission is to do what? To get rid of poverty worldwide, thus uplifting humanity, right? That's the key, right? Never ever forget that. So peace, everybody. Have a great day.